Valentine is hereby obliged to dance. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what... Oh, that might have fucked up all my audio. Because Voxmorph just loves fucking up my audio when it boots up. Anyway. It doesn't matter. If something is terribly, terribly wrong, well, so be it. Twitch changed its heads-up display. I don't know what to think about any of it. So. Last time we left off, you guys did cool things.
Yeah.
You got involved in huge crime. In that you stopped a crime.
Opposite of crime. We did an anti-crime.
A goblin union. What a story. I'll read that when we're done. You guys are still at Dortred Ranch. Your boat will be probably ready by the time you're back in Riverwith. And after that, you'll be heading off to the Isle of Terror. The perfect place to be.
Sounds like fun.
The hippest tourist spot in the nation.
Exactly. I know, right? Why would you want to be anywhere else in this beautiful world? Well then, you wake up in the morning. I presume you'll say your goodbyes and roll up your scrolls. Let's see, I think... Valentine got a feat. Carl got a bunch of spells, and the other two went for the money in a bag.
Ah, yes.
Got a big bag of cash on top of what you got. Listen,
I can gun good now.
Oh my god, where's the song from? Because... there was something with the game that's related to the song. Does anyone recall where this is from?
No.
Oh god, I know it.
Someone shake Mayo.
It's like an underground thing. Something.
Sorry, I need to get this out of my head. This is just filling my brain with... I recall this. And I know that I had certain feelings about this game that I need to voice, but I don't know what the game is anymore.
That's a scapegoat too.
That's why. I like the Scapegoat. That was a fun game.
Good.
Alright, kids. Unless you have anything else to do at Dortred Ranch, it's time to go back to good old Rivermouth. And catch a boat.
I think so.
We did our business. We got our stuff. Probably had a bath to wash off all the old blood.
So
Exactly.
how much money are they handing over to Galto?
Didn't I mention that last time?
3K.
Ah,
3,000 big smooches.
nice. And a bag of holding of some kind.
Yep, a bag of holding type 1, so you can hold on to all the money.
Nice.
Clatter, 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 go the dice. Clatter, 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 go the dice.
I
Exciting.
don't like that.
Yeah. I've decided instead of letting you goobers roll the stuff, how about I do it myself? And expedite the process.
We need to roll for random encounters on the way back.
Indeed. As you travel your way back, an unfortunate thing happens. Twice, no less, over the 2 days. The first day, as you wake up in the morning, Galter, what is the handle of your halberd made out of?
Ooh. Well, let's see. Well, my halberd itself is cold iron. Guess it will be some kind of wood.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in the process of waking up that morning, you find that thanks to a whole bunch of nightly tomfoolery, your halberd's handle is broken. It's not far up, like you still have the practical part you need, but without the counterbalance, the weapon is very difficult to use properly.
Gasp.
Like, you're gonna need to get this haft replaced, which is luckily not too difficult, but it will cost some money.
Okay.
Or someone could mend it if they have a spell that could assist in such matters.
Look around for anyone who could have done this.
It seems more like an accident, because if anyone would break your halberd, wouldn't they just take it? It's a pretty expensive thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. also enchanted.
On the next day, as you make your way back, you find yourself across a small tent. It's
Tent?
it's like one of those fortune teller tents, like very simple, very straightforward. And inside, under this small cover, in the middle of the day, sits a man who's smoking a pipe. And he just gives you a long, hard look as you walk on by.
He seems to be having a bit of fun hotboxing himself in there.
No, it's like an open tent.
Oh,
I like how we are walking past even though we have horses.
Yeah, but your horses are walking. Don't you dare call it galloping. It's running for horses. Well, ignoring potential danger, you make it back to Rivermouth, and all of its slummy glory.
not reason to mess with that bloke.
You don't know which boat to take. How do you intend to re-establish communication so that you don't end up on the wrong boat and get mugged or something?
There's some guy holding a cardboard sign with our names on it.
No.
This isn't like an airport.
No. Because, this is a time where someone might just look at that sign and go, I could use a free trip. And pretend. You don't know what information they have, so you need to meet up with someone that you can trust.
Why don't more people do that in real life?
Probably because ending up somewhere completely unknown is not exactly easy to recover from.
I suppose.
If you want, I can give you a map and ask you where you are on that map, and then we can figure out from there just how easy it is to navigate any arbitrary location. Point is, there are boats, but which boat is yours?
Well, I mean, my boat is with me. But,
The box, yes. But that
we
boat
could
ain't gonna cut
probably,
it.
ask the people who got the boat for us which boat is ours. That'll probably be the straightforward answer.
Does
Just
everyone
putting
agree?
that out there.
I mean, I don't suppose we should go back to the bar where we usually meet up with the Rat King.
I mean, why wouldn't you? What's stopping you?
Plus, we did finish a job that he asked us to do. So, should probably, tell him, hey, we did that thing and we're not dead.
Yeah, the goblins.
Hey, Rubens.
I feel more adventure should come with an action type that's just called ask for directions. Because with the amount of men that play these games, they never ask for directions.
Eh.
They also always turn down the radio when they get lost, and it's like, listen, just ask for directions. It's like, no, I'm just turning the radio off. No, I'm not lost. I didn't eat my phone. Crunch, crunch. You make our way back to that inn. To the nice old little place. Where you see the innkeeper. Tavern, or the barkeeper. This place doesn't really have rooms. That's dangerous. And off to the side, well, it's the usual crowd, really. There might be someone who's out of place, but you couldn't tell.
Well, I will go looking for a blacksmith or someone to fix my
Galter
halberd.
spends some time looking for someone who can work the wood and fix a haft. Who are you specifically looking for? You're looking for, like, a proper woodworker? A blacksmith who deals with wood from time to time?
Well, if there's a dedicated weaponsmith, that would be the
You could also look for magical solutions, if you wish.
ideal option.
Alright. You.
I put my trust into proper workmanship.
So, a blacksmith it is.
Oh, did it take us 2 days to get back to town?
Yes.
Yes. myself.
Sorry, my connection came down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Galtra went to have his halberd fixed. Did they miss anything else?
No, we're just kind of discussing the details of that. That was about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So who wants to look for like magic items because now we have a lot of money?
How much money do we have exactly?
Well, we have stuff that could be sold for like
Coulter, I need a knowledge local or a diplomacy check for you to find yourself a blacksmith that you think isn't going to rip you off.
Oof.
Boy's about to get scammed.
Knowledge local or diplomacy? Let's. Oh, can you try knowledge local without it being trained?
No, knowledge skills are trained only, kid.
So it's diplomacy then. Great. Hmm.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
3.
You end up in the small corner shop. It's a bit small for a blacksmith, but the things that are on display look in fine shape. The lady who's working the forge looks like she could manage the hammer and the anvil.
Okay. Can I appraise that with my knowledge martial? Or,
The weapons?
well, kind of her talent or
Go ahead.
professional soldier? So, knowledge martial, I guess.
Okay, I'll look at the knowledge.
9.
Well, I mean, she certainly isn't making a complete mess out of things. She probably wouldn't
Well-
make things any worse.
Yeah. I think she can handle a simple fix like this.
Yeah, you just gotta loosen the rivets, replace the wood, attach it. Simple. Just boring.
Yes.
Probably could ask me. I have like craft weapons. I could probably handle it. Never mind. Here you go.
Oh,
I was like vanishing off into the mid listens when I said that. Yeah, yeah, just over.
Grumbling in the background.
Kelly mending the food.
I did not know that.
Well, I imagine it's come up in conversation, so if you trust Valentine to do it.
I don't know. He's already gone through. He's gone through all the trouble finding this place. Yeah. Don't bother old Val.
Yeah, well, you don't talk much about your weapon crafting skills, so
Well, how often does it come up?
What's gonna come up more often now you're using a firearm?
Yeah.
So yeah. Greetings, shopkeep.
Hello there. What brings you to little old lady Smith's forge and... No, I imagine that you're holding out your halberd or something?
Yeah, I pull it out of my hitch.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever I'm carrying this thing, I must have like a. How do you carry a halberd when you're not, carrying it in your hand?
strapped
Usually
to
on your back.
You strap it
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder, and it just sticks out awkwardly.
Yeah. That,
I imagine that the way halberds are supposed to work is you have to carry them in your hand. They're like a walking stick you can use. But on the other
Yeah.
hand, the top must be so heavy that that's like really swingy.
pull out something.
Kelly, you carry them in a guitar case.
Well, you got a nice big fighting stick there. How'd you got him broke it that low? She pokes her finger at like the part that looks like someone accidentally stepped on it.
Kinda mishaps that happen when you are traveling a lot.
Mm-hmm. Traveling. Sure. That's how people break their weapons.
Eh.
Well then. She takes on the weapon and sort of glances it over. I mean, you might as well buy a new one. Damage like that. I got some nice ones over and back.
No, I have already gone to the trouble of having the business end enchanted.
Yeah. Oh. Ah. Okay, well, alright then. Yeah, sure. I can go ahead and fix it.
Which was somewhat difficult, it being made of cold iron and all.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard. I've heard. Well, the half shouldn't be too expensive to replace, since I don't think the enchantment affects too much of that. I'll just charge you 5 gold for the work.
Alright, that's sounds reasonable enough to me.
In a way, really.
I hand over the 5 gold.
Yeah. You give her you give her the money, you give her the halberd, and you leave her to her work.
How much would it be to make it from some sort of stronger wood, so that accidents like this do not happen so often?
She's like, oh wait, you want like better wood, huh?
Premium.
I don't really have special wood, but I could look for some. Like I know wood types that can grow back. I could see if I could get some of that for the stick.
That sounds interesting. I didn't know there was regenerating wood.
I'm looking up specifically. I think it might be greenwood. There's a wood type though that like regenerates hit points as long as you keep it wet, so to speak. It's like it's still semi-alive.
Yeah, plant your halberd for the night.
Wake up, it's a tree. God damn it!
Oh, an halberd tree, nice. With little halberds on it.
Magic halberd tree.
Oh my goodness, I love what's called hit point.
Also remember there was some kind of material.
But yeah, she'll work something out and she'll give you the cost when she's done with it. Well, but she might need like a small advance payment, and she looks it over like a couple of times. What could I charge? Which is mostly me actually need to look this up real fast. I'll just go with the price for greenwood. It seems simple enough. Just need to know one tiny detail, and then I can tell you the weight. It's like 200 gold pieces. I can get you a regenerating stick that doesn't, need as much repair.
200. Well, for magical wood, I suppose that's fine.
I mean, this is like a 4-pound stick, man. That's a lot of wood you need replacing.
It is a big weapon.
Wink.
Alright.
Wink.
Alright, so it was 200 gold?
Yes.
Yeah. I dig it out of my bag of holding. Or I dig out my large purse from the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You pay her, and she takes your halberd, and seems to be getting to work.
Yep.
And I assume you go back after that.
Well, I will ask how long this will take.
Oh, just a couple hours. I gotta find the stuff first. That means moving around a bit. And I'm busy with something already, you see? Clang, clang, clang.
Alright, well, I'll be back in a couple of hours then.
Excellent. You head on back.
Yep.
So in the meantime, we could drop off like the. I believe you have at least 3 cloaks of resistance that we could pawn. We have the.
You have the connections to liquidate any assets you deem necessary around here, yes?
Yeah, got a bunch of stuff from the raid. sell most of that.
Enough people here know and respect you to aid you out with sales.
Yeah. So we want to sell the Serpent's Fang, I take it.
No, well, none of us use knives, so it's not really useful.
Well, so bows.
Selling good stuff. Making some
Off-screen
cash.
maths.
Selling good stuff. Pop, pop, pop.
And like
Oh,
that hide armor we should probably sell because no one. It's not an improvement for Robelix, and it's medium armor for others which don't want it.
I mean, it would be an improvement weight-wise for me.
No, I don't think it would because you get like 7 AC from your current one, and this would give you like 6.
I'm getting 6 from my current one.
Isn't it a? Is it like a normal breastplate plus 6 CC, and this one is a +1 breastplate?
I don't know, it was a hide armor.
Okay, let me just chat this.
there's a special material called Griffin Mane.
Yeah.
Slick.
What?
Yes. No.
No, I have a normal dragonhide breastplate.
Oh, so it isn't +1. Huh.
Yeah. Meaning, only thing it has is the did you tell me last time the immunity against certain dragon elemental type because it's from a certain dragon? I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But hide armor would be more would be less weight, so I could actually move more.
Funnily enough, it almost wouldn't because like hide armor is 25 pounds and
Yeah,
breast-
I'm basically right now at the limit thing. Let me just check for a sec. It doesn't really matter right now, but could matter later. But yeah, just sell it then.
I mean, it says here in
What's up?
I mean, I think we just kinda can. It says here on Griff's character sheet that he has a +1 Dragonhead breastplate.
Really?
Yeah.
If he does, nice for him. I don't think that ended up there by accident. By complete perchance, an item manifested on his body or something.
I don't have that on my PC and yet. Fine.
I mean, we looted it from the very first encounter.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, let's just look first at the other stuff while I'm checking things out. We have other things we also wanted to sell, if I remember correctly.
I mean, if you want to travel with just a light load, then I guess you could put some other things you have. Okay.
Economics, selling stuff, shopping montage.
Oh, kicking up them feeties. Take one step before the other. Ba ba ba.
Like, you have a staff that you aren't using.
Which one?
The quarter staff that counts against your weight, but you use a scimitar.
Yeah.
Actually, you never actually attack in melee.
That's not true.
Okay. I mean...
Valentine, what are you doing in the meantime? All these goobers are doing math.
Also, apparently we looted a +1 buckler at some point. Did Valentine equip it?
No.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Hydrocat, why are you squeaking?
Oh.
Squeak!
Yeah.
Wait.
So yeah, we could sell the hide armor for an extra 2k. Hey, there are 2 cats. Yeah, anyway, we have like 13k in party cash right now. Fine.
That's a nice amount of money.
That's the big cash.
Also, like, we had like Rublex and Galter have cash that I'm not counting towards party cash because it's theirs.
Theirs.
So we got about 3,200 or 3,000 each. So
Unless you want to share that hide armor and did great axe, in which case we would have pretty much 20k total.
are we gonna use the great axe? What was that thing Mina keeps telling me to go get?
I mean, when I DM'd Safi about this, he said that we could eventually upgrade any kind of simple plus stat items we got.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit on that.
So we could get like +2 attribute items, which cost like k. Like, we could give Groblex a headband of wisdom +2.
Yeah, I think I'd probably get the like +2 dex thing. Then maybe later on get something for Constitution. But yeah, that's probably what I would do with my time is go off, try and go shopping to get a thing.
Yeah, so we could get like a set of 3, one for dexterity for Valentine and one for intelligence for Carl, and Griff, you want a wisdom one?
Sure, just let me check my inventory for the stuff right now. Just- I think I still have some stuff I'm just gonna sell, simply. Like my first height armor.
Yeah,
Nobody
sure.
needs that one.
Yeah.
So basically how I set up my character is that the quarter stuff we were talking about before is in my backpack, so in a fight I just drop my backpack, so it's not on me when I fight, so it's not really the problem.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I believe that, like, wearing medium armor at all slows you down to 20 feet.
Yeah, so that's still fine, but I was kinda close at the light range the first time I set up the character, but now it's a little bit different, so it's fine. I forgot how much money was in the bag.
You have an extra 3k over.
Okay.
It's all listed in the loot sheet.
Ah yes, I didn't find it immediately because I was looking for people. Alright, so yeah. Wisdom thing would be nice. Headband, how much is that? Ooh.
Yeah. A headband of inspired wisdom +2 for a fork, if you want.
And I don't have that much money on my own, but
It's fine, we use party cash.
it's,
So,
yeah, that's gone. If you can, we should buy that. That could be nice.
well, if you are buying stat boosters, I could. I guess I could get the belt of giant strength.
Classic one.
Yeah.
+2 strength. So I give you 2,000 gold from my personal fund, and that's 2,000 more from the party fund.
Ooh.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do that just like that too.
Okay, then I'll put it down as.
Gasp.
Yeah, man. Look through all these dice I have. I'm like, wait, I
Oh,
own that
nice.
one? And it's like, yes, I do.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 20. That's
Man.
12k spent on the various stand boosters.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not your dad.
Okay,
I'm
so we
worse than
still
your
have
dad.
like
I'm your god.
16
You're
habit
not-
left.
Oh my dad?
I'm like super dad. Because what I say actually goes.
Dad 2, the sequel to Dad.
Dad 2, you're not my dad no more.
Dad, I hate
Dada 3, I'm adopted.
Oh.
People make too much of a shit about being adopted. If your parents are good people
Most
and
of
they
the
raised
time
you
it's-
good, they're better than your biological parents if they were shits.
And most of the time it's just like kids being edgy and rebellious as children.
God
I
damn,
miss
Dad, why
the
couldn't you just
stupid
put me
right
up for
now.
adoption so I'd have a cool backstory?
Yeah, God.
Don't
Hey,
why
we
don't you
said
think
that
about my
right now
future
instead
career as
of-
an actor?
I really said that right now instead of being adopted, I had of being a doctor, and I what?
I can't be a doctor from an adopted dad.
Okay.
So, kids, graphs.
We got cool accessories. Accessorize.
Yeah,
So,
I'm doing like a hand movement thing that no one can see.
I can see
Okay,
it with my mind.
how? How are
Thank you, I
doing
appreciate it.
so we did some shopping, and in the meantime, I presume we also.
Yeah, I'm sure one of us visited the Rat King and went like,
Yeah.
"Hey, stuff."
Hey, where is our ship? We're
One of
stupid.
you would have visited the Rat King and found out where the boat is.
Yeah,
You were
good.
told to look for a blue dragonborn.
Oh, okay. Blue boy. Blue girl. I don't know. Dragonborn.
You know, like a tall, blue, scaly person. Big wings. Wears him as a cape.
Looks generally
Oh.
way cooler than all of us.
Looks just cool enough to be important and die in the process.
But that plot important character aura around them is like, oh no, this guy's gonna die on the way there.
Oh, right. Saf, because I bought a Headband to the Vast Intelligence, you get to pick one skill in which it grants a skill ranks.
Cool. I know just the trick.
Are you going to roll?
Yes, why not? How many skills are on the skill table?
Quite a few.
Yeah,
maybe.
there's a bunch. I'll just roll and see what comes.
1, 2, 3. No, I'm not counting all.
This particular one gives you a bonus to flying.
Ooh. Okay.
Come in handy in case flying ever comes up.
There's little feathers in it. Don't bully it, please.
Bully, bully.
We'll be glad it's not intelligent, or you'd probably have like a harassment case on your hands.
Bully, bully.
Oof, Valentine. Oof.
Got him. Okay, so once everyone has their various little side things handled, did anyone else want to do things other than go buy cool belts and get Galta's weapon fixed?
We stock some of my darts and other stuff. So,
Yeah, 'cause this might be the last time that we stop into a proper town for a bit.
Yeah. The Isle of Tur is no place to hang around with bags full of cash.
Yeah. Good thing we spent basically all of it.
Yeah.
Spend the rest on hookers and blow and you'll be fine.
Hell yeah.
Fine, Grubbelix. You're allowed to spend it on poppy flowers.
nice! That's more like it.
Heck yeah, opium.
Opium and cats and dogs, and just pet them.
Have one hell of a time. Partying fucking hard.
Free the hamsters.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool kids. Thanks to Valentine's assistance. Once you're all done, you can head on over and find your boat. Unless you want to see about, because this takes a while. Want to see about that weaponoid first. Or you could split up and have one do one and other do another.
I mean, I want to see the boat, because I'm a pirate and I like boats.
Alright, Galter, you go and pick up your weapon?
Yep.
Your
We
turn.
wouldn't want to leave without it.
Does everyone else go with Valentine to see boats?
Boat, boat, boat.
I like boats.
Cool. Galter, you arrive at Ye Old Shop. To be rebranded as The Old Shop once they get the sign fixed.
Hmm.
The lady is standing out front. She's still going clunk, clunk, clunk with a hammer on something. There's your halberd, you think?
Oh.
It looks nice. It's nice. It's like put a little polish on it. Got a nice green handle. It's a little vibrant, but
Does the handle feel weird?
it feels like you're holding like a tree.
As wood usually does.
I said, wood, I
No,
should say, this sounds great.
Hey, I'm gonna pick you up, Valentine. I'm gonna pick you over here. You do know that the vast majority of processed woods remove the bark. This is like you're holding bark, like a tree. Not like dry,
Wait.
processed wood.
Wait, everything isn't just made out of trees?
In a way, it is.
Whoa, that's big.
Except metal things. Metal things are probably not made out of trees.
Wait, metal things aren't made out of trees?
Otherwise, Grub could use them.
Grub probably gets really turned on seeing it.
Yeah.
Well, this looks interesting. Like, give it a couple of test swings to test out the balance.
In the city.
Feels a bit off, but that might be because she had a broken halberd for a couple of days.
Take a tiny bit of getting used to.
Probably.
Maybe the weight is a bit different now, so you kind of.
Ooh, I do need you to make me a little note. If the next time you attack with it, I need to splurge some cool details on you.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Clink, clink, clink.
I think
Well, hi.
You can roll me an in check
Thank
if you
you.
want to.
Check.
If you think that Galter is
Use your
having a
big
good
brain.
day.
he's a big Galter brain.
Big brain time.
5. Man.
You know,
Congrats, that's your IQ now.
that's a big dip.
Rolling really low today.
That is nothing to mention. Might have noticed an interesting detail otherwise. Ooh.
Hopefully these things won't come to bite you in the ass later.
How could they? Everything is fine.
Yeah.
The head still looks the same. And
Pretty much.
everything
It's very
checks out.
it's very shiny now though, because she probably gave it a rub.
Yeah. Polished away all the blood stains.
Hoping a spear genie would come out of it.
Well, I thank her for the workmanship, and off we go.
She says waves you goodbye and goes back to hammering a cold piece of metal. You return. In the meantime, Valentine and the gang are hanging out by boats.
Boats.
It turns out that the instructions you provided were just enough to find the person you were looking for,
Hooray!
because you indeed find a captain. A blue dragonborn who is like standing with their hands like in their sides, their wings as a cape. There are two people next to them. One is this tiny kenku, this tiny bird man. Well, actually, it's the tengu,
Wait.
because we're in Pathfinder. We don't have kenku. That's illegal. That's a crime. Don't do that.
Shh, don't tell the Wizards of the Coast, don't tell them.
Nothing more fun than checking out the headband of Inspired Visitor, and it says it has spores on it. So it's metal.
I'm sure you can get a non-metal variant for that one.
Yeah.
You get a Naruto headband.
That'd be like the dumbest move Pathfinder ever made. It's like, we're going to homogenize all stat boosters. We're also going to make sure that wisdom can't be used by the druids. Why not?
No fun for druids, ever.
I mean, it isn't armor, is it?
No, I guess it's not. The other person that's standing next to the captain is this grubby little goblin who has like a ledger and is constantly like writing things down. As
I don't
crates
think
are loaded
goblins
onto
were
the
allowed
boat.
to do that.
They just stand there and they just have this aura of importance about them, even though they're just overseeing the situation.
What if we were the side characters this whole time and that's the real party?
I mean, they're a
What if they're the
captain.
main characters?
They can only do things that are related to or take place near the shore, which
I mean,
Lastwall
I'm a
certainly does
captain
not.
too.
Anyway, the Dragonborn is not going to approach you. You have to approach them.
Oh, okay.
So you have time to hide into a box if for some reason you fear your captain.
Captain rivalry.
Oh. We are approaching them.
Yeah. Can't talk to them. I'm unless we get closer.
I mean, you're pretty much ignored until to acknowledge your presence. They're busy overseeing like people loading crates up on the boat.
Hiya,
Hello
big
there.
wave.
Oh.
Big old wave.
Well, hello. And who do we have here? We have quite a few people. Can I help you?
We were told by a friend that you guys would be able to give us passage to the Isle of Terror.
People don't just go to the Isle of Terror, little guy. That's an expensive journey. And most people that go there just bring provisions. What kind of business would you have in the Isle of Terror that you think it's worth the travel? It's quite dangerous, you know.
Tourism.
Ah, yes. The flourishing tourism of an island beset by some of the most paranoid people in the world. I'm sure they'd appreciate
Yeah.
tourists.
Someone has to, otherwise the whole economy's going to go down the toilet.
The little gum goes like, aren't these the people we're supposed to be taking? Scribble!
Probably.
I know they're them. I wasn't born under a tree on a sunny morning.
And why did you ask all those questions? What? If you knew who we were, why didn't you just say
Because
so?
all I know is that I'm supposed to bring you there. What, you think I
Oh,
got
yeah,
every
that's
detail under the
fair.
sun? Anyway, the only thing you need to know is that I'm the captain of the ship. What I say goes. This, and she puts her hand on this tiny guy's head. This is Scribble. First mate,
Hello,
pretty
Scribble.
important. Takes care of most things like inventory and crap. I trust him as far as I can throw him, and that's pretty far.
How?
This over here is our resident jinx eater. She puts her hand on the kinker's head. Because my crew is a bunch of superstitious dumbasses who don't believe in the favor of the gods and believe in so you just take a bird with you.
That is a pretty good thing with pirates. They're all very, very, very superstitious.
Yep. I would prefer they just worship Gosra like the rest of them, but that's how it goes nowadays. So, we're leaving soon, and now that we actually have the critical bit of cargo I was told I couldn't miss, anyone else who misses the boat, well, that's their problem. Your cabins have been taken care of. Don't mind the minimalism of the amenities. I don't have a reason to care. I don't know what you want to do with the boat.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a cruise liner.
It's like a cruise liner right over there.
A much nicer boat, a couple docks over. Just
And
keep looking at it
and
like
it's like
I wish
Isle of
that
Terror
was-
tours. Ugh, you know there's already someone doing the Titanic thing on the bow of the ship. They're not even
They're
sailing.
getting in early before it sinks.
So they just get yelled at if it was already going.
Oh, I won't showcase my new my fixed helper for the others. Ah,
Cool.
they
Eddie.
the blacksmith managed to find some green wood to fix the shaft. It was
Nice.
supposed to have regenerative properties when wet. Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, the green kind of clashes with your outfit.
I just grab some dirt and rub it on him. On all those
Yeah,
spikes.
But yeah, just rub some ash on it.
Hey, if you put like little berries at the end of his spikes, he'd look like a berry bush.
Just paint him green, have him crouch down.
Blub blub, I'm a plant. Anyway, Miss Dragonborn lets you short your shoulders out on a ship. You are informed that it will be... Oh, let me actually just look at the map so I can get the numbers straight. Because I know it's a couple of days, but it's not that long either. The boat is going to take you quite near the Well of Sorrows. Yeah. It's gonna be about a week travel. But hey, it's on a boat. It's nice and comfy. You aren't expected to do any work. You can just sit in your cabin and enjoy the weather, so to speak.
I mean, you say that, but we know how these things usually go.
It's always a kraken, man. You can't escape kraken.
There's always something.
What if it was a giant bird? Would you be surprised if it was a giant bird instead of a kraken?
I mean, there's a regular-sized bird right there, but like,
This tiny boy is living in the lap of luxury just because he's a bird.
yeah. Put on him. Live your best life.
He's a jinx eater. Yay.
Yay.
Alright, kids and cadets. Unless you have any business to do, it's time to set off to a place where no one voluntarily ever wants to go. What a great idea. But hey, it pays, and you might just find cool shit, because no one else ever goes there.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything. And the kitchen sink.
And we are currently investigating plots of the Insane King, which involve beholders and stuff.
You must clear your name. Yes, the beholders are one of the agents assisting in some regard.
Yeah, because, like, we do have an actual reason why we are going.
Also, looting details.
Welcome to boat. It's loaded up with
Boat.
provisions.
It's boat time.
You were told to sort your own accommodations out because you're. She's been well informed that you are the weird kind of person.
Understandable.
You know, adventuring folk, they always do whatever the hell they feel like.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find some nice tokens. That's a tank. I don't need a tank token.
Why can't we have a tank on the boat?
Because it's dangerous.
Aww. You're no fun. My real dad would let us have a tank on the boat.
Okay, yeah, it does seem that you just carry a polearm in your hands like a walking staff.
And you can do that too if you want.
Like, You're not apparently like carried on your back or anything like that.
I like how jazzy the song is. Jeez.
Groovin'.
Yeah. So the boat has 3.
Yeah, that's 3 decks. And it also has the 4 and back and, the castles.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in Final Fantasy, the spear wielders would wield spears kind of have them strapped to their back like this. Just go.
Yeah, so...
There are some other passengers on the boat as well.
Just think.
Gravelex, why are you sideways?
Gravelex, please obey gravity. Yes, the captain.
He's in defense position.
There are other passengers who all look in various degrees of being either posh or possibly virgin sacrifice, and one of them is like, that's probably someone who's super evil.
So the usual crowd.
He has like one of those fancy pencil mustaches that sticks out on the aisle.
Oh, they're not talking about Culty. Okay.
So it's like a Saturday morning cartoon villain.
Alright kids, it's time to go boating.
Boat time,
I promise
boat
you
time,
there will
boat.
be no krakens. But that's all I promise.
You say that.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. I don't want to hear it. Alright, kids and cadets. Your boat travels along, and as you travel along, you begin to realize why the Alitaria is given that name. The storms that are around it are terrifying, but they are localized. Like, at some point, the boat just skirts around an area where the waves go like hundreds of feet into the air, up and down, and lightning bolts create these spectacles of light within the bubbles of water that go up and down. And then, like, at a certain area, it's like, it goes right back down to whatever the actual lake's water level is. Just entering this area is difficult because the drop-off is sharp. You either crash into a wall of water or you fall down into a pit. And then hit water. It's hell. And then there's the lightning. And some of these go so high that you're gonna get hit. Boat, 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 boat. Chugga, 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 choo choo. As you're making your way around the island, because you're going to the Well of Sorrows in particular, which is on the east end. And you're told that the port is on the south east? Yeah, southeast side of the island. At some point, you wake up. It's quite early in the morning. And you hear... Did I just hear the... No. You hear loud shouting from your cabins. From wherever you've decided to set up your sleeping space. You hear angry shouting, and it's not the usual barking of orders.
Bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
I don't think this boat has cabins so much as hammocks.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
there are
it's
places
like
to
a
sleep.
hammock.
Yeah, it seems to have these crew quarters, so I guess we just join in because what we do.
Assume everyone's just kind of lumped into this same room unless they want to like sleep in the cargo hold. Which I would not recommend.
Why? There's probably rats there for you to eat.
1, racist. 2, like shit like slides around down there. You'll probably get like crushed and knocked over.
On the
Not a
average,
lot, but enough to like hurt your foot.
on the average boat,
Box
things are
fell.
usually like tied and bolted down because of that.
Yeah, but like not everything is. Like some shit might fall off.
Yeah,
It's not exactly the safest.
Well then,
But
escape
yeah,
route.
shit's going on,
Upstairs, yes.
and yeah, I want to go have a look at things. See
Upstairs,
what's
despite it being early in the morning and you being close enough to the Isle of Terror that like there's lots of darkness around. The sun is
Like I presume that the Valentine has like ranks in the profession sailor and stuff.
I mean, yeah, like I probably could.
Does Valentine know what a bosun is, or what the job of the carpenter is aboard the ship? Who knows?
I mean, I'm like a pirate captain. I know a thing or two about
You don't have
boats.
profession sailor though, so no, you don't know that stuff.
Yeah, well, I know how to.
You know how to tie a
What
knot.
What did you
That's-
spend your skill ranks on?
Well, I didn't think that was a profession that you needed, so I put them everywhere else.
I mean, if you want to be a pirate camp,
Having profession
Dave-
pirate captain can help a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put those in next level. I'll be okay.
Next level, getting a crash course on pirate captaining.
Details.
Just details. You
okay,
reach the
so
top
let's
deck.
just say that for some reason you still know things about ships so that these people actually don't take you for a total fool.
It's been a while.
Uh,
By a
you s-
while, I mean like about a week and a half since we were last on a boat.
You see le capitaine, leaning over the edge of the ship. The water is relatively calm. It's the early twilight morning, and she's shouting at people in the water.
Did Grublix fall overboard again?
No.
No, I'm here.
You see several people swimming towards a beautiful lady standing on the water. Elven
Oh,
lady
for God's sake.
with hair reaching all over the place. Standing in a beautiful halo of light.
Right.
Of course.
The lady beckons you, telling you that if you simply accept her, your deepest dreams can come true.
I'm just gonna yell at it and piss off.
Captain gives you looks like, what do you think I've been trying to do? God damn it, you're supposed to stop this stuff from happening, you little bird! And you notice, by the way, a lot of the crew is like, the Jinx Eater keeps the jinxes away, so logically this is a good thing. This is a true sign of divine favor.
Oh. Yeah, that probably doesn't help.
Yeah, and the captain is just freaking the fuck out that everyone is, that, like a whole mess of the crew is just deciding, jumping overboard is a great idea.
Okay. Galder starts fishing around in his bag of holding.
What are you looking for? What did you even put in there?
A light masterwork crossbow.
You decided this beautiful white woman who's offering all the gifts in the world is worthy of your ire.
I want you to try to drown everybody.
I mean,
Right.
maybe.
I cast protection from evil on Galter because I think that's a good time to do so.
Oh, there's no will
Also,
save
I-
involved. This is a raw personality, like a trust thing. Would you trust this lady? She looks rather nice.
I'm aiming a crossbow bolt at her. I think that's answer.
I'm gonna point my gun also.
Roll me to shoot.
Shoot. Shoot.
Activate should.
You're not quite used to the boat yet. What's the maximum range on your revolver? I think it's like 5 increments.
Yeah, something like that. There's range 20 on it, so probably not far enough.
Yeah, no, she's like a good distance away from the bow of the boat.
Oh, it's more the like, what's the word? There's something. It's not about the. It's the thought that counts. I guess that expression works.
You see the little bird, like clawing its little feeties at the wall as it tries to climb on over. She's like, what the? No. This is kind of eerie in a weird way because the weather is calm, everything is calm. It's not like a huge upheaval. It's like a god came from up above, and it's just like, hey, get your cool shit here.
I mean, you gotta admire her timing and everything.
I mean, it's been
Really
several
picked
days
the
to
perfect
return.
moment.
Everyone who's here probably had a night shift and is probably kind of tired.
Yeah. She knows what she's doing. This probably isn't her first rodeo.
God, listen. We need to do something. We need crew to get to places. You have places you need to be, and you'll
I
probably
mean,
look more.
I'm all ears if you've got ideas on what to do here.
Listen, my
Yes.
usual idea is to shout at them and use my authority as a captain, and usually when mutiny happens, I just kill whoever thinks they're the toughest guy. I don't have to deal with my crew jumping overboard all that often.
Yeah. Well, if we want to get rid of that thing, we're going to have to, get closer, and getting closer is exactly what it wants us to do. So at this stage in the game, I don't really know what to do. We could also jump in and try to slap people back to their senses, but again, that's exactly what it wants us to do.
Great. Right, so I'm just going to lose all my crew and we're going to be adrift at sea. Well, it's not really sea, it's more like a lake. We're going to be adrift at water. For an extended period of time because... Oh, god damn it! She looks around as she hears a splash and sees that the bird is no longer there.
Oh, god damn it. Right. I'm gonna use one of the, life rafts and go over and try to, either wrench people out of the water or, get close enough to stab this thing in the eyes.
A thing you notice, by the way, is that people that swim close enough to her just sort of vanish. They don't go underwater or anything, they just seem to vanish from existence.
Oh, that's bad.
It might be.
There must be like an illusion spell that's hiding the true appearance of the
Why are you being so negative?
person.
It's just a nice lady offering you everything your heart ever desired.
Because
Yeah, in the
nice
in the
ladies-
middle of the Hell Sea. Yeah, fat chance.
I mean, you're not quite
Okay.
in the Isle of Storm quite yet, so...
I would like to consult with Groblex. One shark or 1d3 water elements.
Oh, have I had enough time to reload?
Yeah, sure. You can keep shooting if you want to. While this whole conversation's happening.
Groblex?
Yeah.
What do you think? 1d3 small water elementals or
Grabolix.
rage?
You're not allowed to interfere.
What?
You're a druid. You are not allowed to interfere.
Yeah, druids.
Bloody
Yeah.
druids and all that
So,
fucking rules.
one of the things you learn as a druid is there's some fae you're never supposed to ever fuck with, because it is a great way to ruin everything for everyone forever. And unfortunately, whatever this is, you're pretty sure it's on the list.
Right,
Great,
now this,
fantastic,
and I
great.
can maybe explain to others that we shouldn't mess with it.
Bit late for that, bud.
I'm also obliged to jump into the water and do the same as the others because I don't know, because I'm a druid.
I mean, you're just not allowed to attack her specifically. You're allowed to do whatever else you like.
So I could use some water elementals to grab the people that jump in and...
Certainly.
Okay, then I would do that then, I suppose. Carl.
Right.
Look at song playing alongside this.
Yeah, just
It's really adding to the whole stupidity of the situation.
I actually want to dance. Wanna dance.
Oh,
I guess I'll think for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the lifeboat and going and try to grab people.
Yeah, let's just
Valentine.
grab as many people as we can and then
Valentine's
somehow
6 down.
rope them down. I don't know.
are you
Time
Try to
up.
get away as fast as possible from the nice lady of Fade thing.
are you telling Galter to stop firing at any point?
No, you can go for your life.
Yeah, Galter's allowed to shoot as he pleases.
It's not doing anything, but you're allowed to try.
Hey,
Although you risk hitting the
Something
sailors at some point.
hey, not 20 this time.
Cool.
Blood damage.
So
Masterpiece. Wink. So Valentine drops the boat down, knowing how to pilot such a masterful ship, I assume.
And
Yeah.
Carl gets in with her, apparently.
Delicious. There are 2 people in the boat. And you head on out, trying to save the day. Unfortunately
Paddle.
for Gulter, the majority of Fae have resistance to anything that isn't cold iron, so... What a problem. As this jolly old song continues, the 2 of you, how do you, like, do you just wrestle them out of the water? Do you try to get them to their senses first? Like, what's the plan?
I mean, probably just hoist them up, like, as best we can, and then, like, tie them up or something.
Sure, you can roll me a strength check.
One of
if you
us
want
doing
to.
the pulling, the other one doing the tying.
Then give me some strength checks.
Dope. Strength. And
Unfortunately, it's kind of difficult to get leverage on people that are swimming in water and are, for the majority, submerged and wet and heavier as a result of that. If anything, you just get drawn closer as the water seems to steeple inwards ever so slightly, just enough that it's difficult to not move into it and trying to stay still.
So I'm gonna summon 1d3 plus 1 water elementals to help with getting some of the people out.
Cool. The pirate, the captain complains about why no one here, you know, has any, like, divine intervention they'd like to pull out of their ass right now, because this is frustrating and annoying.
Cause I'm not a cleric.
some of us are actually fucking trying, mate. I'd like to see you help.
The pirate is... why do I keep saying the pirate? She's the captain. Jesus. The captain is, like,
in his heart a
stopping
pirate.
and slapping anyone who was trying to make their way through. But hearing the constant whispers of your deepest desires and how they may come true from such a trustworthy voice is a task for anyone to resist. In fact, what do you all hear? Grubblix hears nothing. He's a druid. He's mostly unaffected by Fey nonsense like this.
Doesn't actually have a brain.
No, with him, it's like his goals align with whatever the Fae is already doing, so it's like you just hear white noise.
I don't know what I'd want.
Like some of these
Money,
are talking about how they'll finally have a cure for their mother, or they're able to pay off a debt they have standing. It's all kind of depressing to listen to.
Mostly money and fame. You know, the usual self-centered nonsense.
And she offers to teach you and provide for you everything you need to be the ultimate pirate captain king. And help you find One Piece or something.
I also sent Ade in there to fetch some of those swimmers.
The water elementals do the best they can. Luckily, they have a significant advantage over anyone who's swimming. So eventually people start getting hooked onto the boat and into the small sloop. But the situation isn't really looking any better.
I wanna void shape into a giant octopus and grab as many people as I can.
Eventually, you see an octopus with many arms wrapped around many people who are not in the position to leverage themselves out of it.
Finally,
Hey.
used for that octopus form.
Yeah, giant octopus is a great form, and don't let anyone say otherwise.
I have freaking ink cloud. I know I don't.
Alright.
Freaking weird.
Some counting. I'm adding numbers together. What are you doing?
Bye. I don't know.
Let's change that one for that one. There we go.
Sitting in a boat.
Nice. I like it. Cool. Cool. Things aren't going tits up quite yet. At this point, you've managed to secure a couple of fine gentlemen. Or at the very least, you've also gotten some of them to also snap out of whatever, like, situation they're in. How do you snap someone who's, like, promised the world out of that?
By having a small dinosaur bite them in the butt.
Threatening them and slapping the shit out of them.
Yeah, I expected it to be like that.
It's a violent ordeal, but the captain did show you the way by hitting her own
It's a
crew.
simple solution. They teach us that in captain school.
As crew begin to pile up, and you continue your proceedings.
What does my detect magic say about the power level?
They're beyond 60 feet range. Like, you have to get in pretty close to start getting a read on them.
So I'm way beyond 60 feet.
They're beyond 60 feet now. You could get within 60 feet range if you really wanted to.
Yeah, like we're in a boat. If you want me to go closer, just say the word.
I mean, I don't think that's a great idea.
How could it not be a great idea? Give me a scenario.
Well, given that everything that goes close to it kind of disappears, I feel like going close to it could lead to disappearing.
Yeah, probably.
And disappearing could mean anything, really.
Yeah. After disappearing, that's when the bad things start.
Alright. Goblix, how many water elementals did you summon?
Roll
What is their size?
small.
Alright. I imagine that Valentine's been busy with some things. Ade's also done some stuff. Alright. The following crew is still on board before something bad happens.
Also, the watermans are a bit stronger because I have the augmentation.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, in that case, I'll give you a little cherry on top.
Yes.
Let's take a look-see. We have the water elementals managed to secure 10 crew and forcefully shove them back onto the boat. Ade bites enough people in the butt that 6 of them are starting to swim their way back. and realize that maybe giant light lady, it doesn't mean good stuff. The Goober gang in their boat gets 7 people to play nice. 2 of which are still tied up because they're still screaming about how this is their only chance to make things right. Are they making swim checks? But it is then that whatever this creature wanted has been sated, or at the very least sick and tired of you guys tomfooling around.
Did we manage to get Bird Boy back?
And how many people did the giant octopus?
Oh yeah,
say?
Grobelix is being a giant octopus, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
Mr. Octopus. Let's see how many you grab with your 8 people at most, but you probably could slap more out of him since you have all those arms. You could be an efficient machine if you wanted to.
Yeah, like having 8 arms to grab people with.
He has 8 arms to slap people silly with. You managed to, by your lonesome, get like 16 people to stop swimming over there.
Nice. That's like.
To be fair, when a giant squid tells you to start playing nice, it's no negotiating. It's
Yeah.
not always.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're more scared about giant octopus or something.
You're probably clacking your beak at them. That's spooky.
Yeah.
It is then that the waves begin to pick up, and this relatively calm little situation begins to escalate and escalate. Which is to say that you are physically rising out of the water as a giant bubble forms under the boat. Do you wish to shout anything at this lady who is licking her fingertips as if she has had a tasty feast?
Well, I'm just gonna give her some very choice finger expressions. You know what I mean?
Galter has been shouting at her.
And shooting multiple crossbow bolts at her.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still like sticking out of her. The fact that they didn't do damage doesn't mean they went away.
Nice. So we're like the small water elementals have like 18 strength. That's pretty good.
Oh wow, that's a lot more than I thought it was. At this point, however, the large creature sated and decides that she will help you on your little old way. And the bubble starts to push the whole boat and crew into the storm you've been so precariously circumnavigating. And as you do, you watch as the bubble just starts clipping away as if it's shifting into another plane of existence, and the boat is dropped into the Isle of Terror's perpetual storm. Things are bad here. There is a harsh wind. The water goes whichever way it dang well pleases. Your little jinx-eating bird doesn't seem quite as content as he was before with the situation. As he screams loudly, in cause, presumably. It's going to be a task to get everyone back safely on the boat, where it's safer than the sloop at least, as is everyone else who's still in the water. Welcome to a skill challenge. You need to succeed before you fail. Alright, everyone. Who thinks they have a way to get everyone back safely on the boat? And batter down. Because the captain is shouting about sails that need, like, folding up, because they don't want those torn. Getting the boat back into position and tied up would be nice. That'd be nice if the boat didn't just wash away on the sea.
Okay. What would you need for that?
Yeah, like I can certainly climb myself back up there, but I don't know about everyone else. I have a grappling hook that I could throw up and then have them climb the rope, but again, I don't know how good climbers these guys are.
Also, additionally, like, some of the crew has been injured in the process of jumping down into the water without any caution.
Yeah. How far up is it to the sides of the ship?
Oof, how tall is this ship? I'd say that it's at least like, it might be like 30-ish feet.
Wow, it's like from the waterline to the...
I'd say from the tip to the bottom, it's not that much. But it is like, it would take you more than a turn to climb.
Like, I'm not really asking about climbing, I'm more pondering... I briefly explained to Valentine that if I cast Enlarge Person, she could probably just kinda reach and toss the people with big hands.
Probably do that. Or at least
Suppose
try.
suppose I could do the same in Octopus form.
Yeah.
Octopus Boy could probably do it faster and easier. Up with all the arms.
Does the octopus? So what exactly is this octopus form you're using? Like, what's the reach of your arms?
20 feet, I believe.
Oh,
Let me check. Giant octopus.
that's a CR8 creature you turned into.
I think.
How did you
I mean,
do
Can
that?
turn in giant things or not? Oh, this beast said.
As long as it's a large animal, he can turn into.
There's no CR limitations, huh?
I
No,
mean, I
that's
don't have the. If the form you take is not of a large amount, you gain a +4 size bonus to your strength. Okay.
Oh yeah, because
But
the
I
way-
mean, the thing is that I don't get the special abilities. It's the
still,
yeah,
I'd say that you have nice arms.
yeah. But I don't have the ink.
Yeah. You get natural attacks and you get to the whatever the beast. Yeah. Like there is this spell Beast Shape 2. If lists an ability you can get from the farm, then you get it. If you don't, then you don't.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Grublix wants to put some people on the deck. What will be an appropriate skill for that? Or would you like to make it an attack roll with strength? As you try to put them on the boat while everything is rocking around on these violent bubbles that rise up and down in the water.
Good. Yeah, attack would make sense, or because I don't see anything that's like athletics around here.
No, there's no real. The athletics got wrapped up a little later. It's like 5, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess for athletics, you could always just say that it's acrobatics, but use your strength modifier instead, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, your attack rolls would be what, a +7 or something?
Or B.A.B., yeah.
Mm.
B.A.B. is a good one. So you could use a melee attack roll. If you think it
Since
helps.
I'm in beast shape, I get a +4 size bonus to my strength, so
Big boy.
it would be.
There is a button on your.
Yeah.
You can just add all the modifiers after you roll. Like any modifiers that aren't already added. All right.
I already added it, I
Grublix
think.
scores 1 success to not botching this completely. Good job. Some people are put
Right.
aboard and they immediately get back to work as they are shouted at and put into their place. All right, Valentine, what do you wish to do to alleviate the situation? Sails need to be withdrawn. Medical treatment is required. Boat needs to be pushed.
Try to
toward my
work.
boat.
I don't know. I could try to work the sails, I guess. Not sure exactly what that would require.
Oh, it's
Proficient sailor.
it's like a climb or acrobatics check to get yourself up there.
Oh,
and be able
that's
to-
easy then. That's easy.
I mean, you're the pirate king. What were you expecting?
I mean, I have like 12 points in climb. So.
Give me the beans.
Beans it. Yeah, good. Well done.
Luckily for you, though, sailing is normally not that hard. However, you're in the middle of a storm. Plus 12. Is that like with your +8 racial bonus for having a climb speed?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could have used Daring Do to add 1d6 to it, but you have to do that before you roll. So.
Oh, I'll let you
Good
add it
plan.
afterwards since you're being a daring do.
Well, okay.
I might be nice to you for today. Let me actually check this
Yeah.
out. Yeah, her climb speed doesn't include. Okay. All right. In that case, you avoid making a complete disaster out of the situation.
Hooray!
and avoid getting yourself too tangled up. You at the very least get the biggest sail to not get completely torn asunder by this. Carl, you're in the boat alone, and this thing needs to be hoisted up. Or you could just ignore it and try to do something else.
Well, I guess I'll cast a large person myself to give myself, like, strength.
Ooh, what are you going to use all that strength on?
And to hoist up the boat or whatever you said.
No, you're going to use that. Okay. Well, there are some crew up there who are, like, trying to help out, but there's only so much they can do without your help tying it all up and lifting it up. Alright.
Yeah.
In your new form, roll me a strength check.
Change this. Large.
Don't forget about this cool thing called hero points.
Yeah, so I could spend one now to get a +8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, I don't ever use them otherwise.
I'm set.
So, this with a +8.
Show me the beans. Ooh. You hoist and
Healthy
secure the boat
beans.
in place and manage to avoid falling off of it yourself, scoring you another success. You only need one more for the situation to not go completely tits up. Galter, you and Ade haven't really done anything to contribute to the situation in a positive manner. Would you like to?
Yes. So, what looks like it would need would use the help of brute strength.
Not much at the moment. The boat's already been hoisted. There's still some sails that need taken care of.
Alright,
Crew needs
so-
medical attention, but not much brute strength right now.
Okay. How disorganized do the crew look?
Well, considering a majority of them have just been fished out of the sea, a lot of people are missing, and people are still trying to figure out, like, who's missing and what that means and who takes their place. Like, even the captain is having, like, issues keeping everyone organized at this moment.
Okay. Well, I fall back to my military background and start barking orders like a sergeant.
What do you think would be appropriate for that? Knowledge,
Professional
martial,
soldier.
intimidation?
Professional soldier
Ooh, sure.
to soldier. And I use a hero point to add 8 to the roll. Whoops.
Suddenly, hero points are being used.
Damn it.
There.
Should have used it before for Do the Impossible while the Fey Lady was going on.
Do you want to gloat over your 30?
That's big 30, let's be worried, that's not enough.
Yeah.
So,
Move, you maggots.
with you've seen chains of command fall apart, and you know exactly how to snap it back into order. Like a child who's been playing with his blocks for too long.
Galter starts shouting at people.
With a few harsh words that shield your ears, children.
Kicking people into gear.
You do in fact kick people into gear, and the result is as satisfying as it should be. The sails are hoisted up, hatches are battered down, etc., etc. As the captain reports the very solemn news that we'll sort out the dead later, because we're not out of the storm quite yet. In fact, we're in the middle of it, and that means you're going to have to expedite the process of getting to shore. You're told it's going to be a rough night. Ooh, I like the song. Abusive Sergeant?
Dramatic times.
What is Scryfall? Oh, that's the magic thing, isn't it?
That's a card in Hearthstone that says, get in there and fight maggot if it gets played.
Delicious.
Its flavor text is add me to your deck, maggot.
You all arrive to
Gives
follow.
another creature +2 attack for this turn, it's kind of fun.
You get no sleep that night.
The golden oldie.
You mostly spend some of your time helping people out, keeping the ship in ship shape, and so on. And when the morning finally comes, you are awoken brutally by the fact that you've run ashore.
Oh no.
Fun!
Except Golzer has a lot more than one attack and one health. The ship has run ashore, which doesn't really matter too much to you guys because, you know, you're supposed to be here, so it's the captain's problem. At this
Perfect.
Yeah, it's that one.
The captain
Thanks.
is conferring themselves over who's lost. Since, you know, they've run ashore, they might as well just start taking inventory while the ship isn't moving. They can actually count things. Otherwise, they count things twice as they roll back and forth and back and forth. Did I count that sailor before?
It's the perfect song for counting sailors.
I try to provide assistance by just trying to be smart and memorize names.
Don't
or
worry,
write
guys.
them
I know how
down.
to count.
Alright, kids. I want you to go to your set conditions and set your energy drain thinger to -1. As the exhaustive night has drained you.
Where can I do that?
At the top, there's a section that says set conditions. Deploy it and click the down arrow next to energy drain for a -1 energy drain. It's basically
Oh,
a,
so like we have a negative level.
yes, you essentially have like a big penalty because you tore a lot out of yourself on that night, on that day.
Big sleep.
Going through the
Yeah,
Isle of Terror's storms, even with a well-prepared crew, is quite an ordeal. Especially when half the crew isn't even there.
Oh.
It's
Wow,
the
so-
exhaustion version of Pathfinder. What?
Yeah, this is usually used for like literally your soul is drained, but I think it's appropriate for when you've gotten yourself, you know, the shit kicked out of you
Ooh.
by weather.
That's
Yeah.
After a good night's sleep, this will fade away, but until then, you look haggard as all heck.
so just like always.
You can't tell the difference with Grumblix, no? And Galter not either, because he's not rusted. He keeps his equipment in ship shape. The captain says doesn't blame anyone for this, but they are
Apparently
definitely
we
going
need to
ask.
set it to -1 so that it works properly.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I got confused by it once before.
I mean,
And
It's-
the -1 has worked on mine.
Yes, -1
Yeah.
is the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What nice song. The captain will certainly raise their concerns with the local beholder, which can only end well. You've arrived ashore. Of course there's a welcoming committee. You're on the island of some of the most paranoid people in the world. They saw you coming from a mile away before you ran ashore on their shore.
I hope it's not the angry mob kind of welcome committee.
It's the kind of welcoming committee where some dudes are in heavy plate mail, a couple of others look like they're about to draw scrolls and fire.
Nice.
It's heavily raining and everything is wet and sad. And they're surrounded by this bubble of not rain.
Sounds like a great tourist attraction.
Yeah, I'm starting to regret my decision.
It's an anti-weather bubble. It keeps out all the rain and snow.
Handy.
The person in front will approach whoever one of you looks... well, looks like they slept the most.
So not me.
Whoever thinks they can have a chat with an angry-looking Chamberlain.
I mean, it's probably gonna end up being me, isn't it?
Yeah, or Golda, because you don't see if he's tired in his big armor.
You know, I probably look like a wet cat at this point.
You are a wet cat. It's not
Yeah,
accurate.
maybe shouldn't it be Galter because he probably did it better than the others.
He probably shows it the least, if anything. Get
Probably.
to it, Galtu boy.
Oh, that is how
Right.
everyone looks.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie, though. Some great movies
Yeah.
in there.
Well, if you want
Ah,
a big strong
Thanks, music.
act face here,
The
sure.
Chamberlain, from their comfy water not wet getting bubble, shouts and demands to know who here is in charge, or at the very least, who here would like to explain themselves.
And who are you?
Who am I, you ask? Who am I? Who are you to wash ashore on my lord's beaches?
Who might your lord be then?
Are you the brutes from Tingrafar? I've told you to use your own docks.
No.
Okay. No.
And who are you?
They're from outside of the Isle of Terror.
Oh, you're all from outside the Altar. Otherwise, you would have known how to get here without getting into trouble. So I assume that you're trouble. So I ask again.
Well, I mean,
Explain yourself.
brochure. The brochure didn't really explain any sort of arrival procedures. Just don't die in storm.
Do you even know the name of the beholder you're going after?
Douglas.
Only if the Rotkin or whoever it was in that meeting told us.
They
We're
just
here,
said a beholder.
so Coulter will just shout, "We are here to murder a many-eyed monster."
I thought Boyd has one now.
That's a
I don't
great
think
way to start
murder
your
is the
introduction.
best
Now
one.
they have like
Yeah.
eye stalks, right?
Ah, yes.
You had one big eye and then a bunch
You
of
were
little-
not sent here to kill anyone. You were sent here to figure things out.
Yeah, Jesus
You
Christ,
did-
Galta.
Oh,
God, I like killing.
Galter,
Please calm down.
Who is Jesus Christ?
He's a guy I met.
you know, he's like the guy who made Absalom, the city.
I met him in Rivermouth.
I say that, but that guy is basically Jesus.
We
Well-
would call him Green Jesus.
Coulter might not have got the memo of the exact details of what we're doing here. Just that it involves beholders and probably killing. So
He's more of a big picture kind of
The
guy.
way this plan is going to work out is you're supposed to snoop around a bit and see why Beholder is hanging out with a human king in a different country.
Ah, yes, there was something like that.
So, I guess pretending to be dumb and saying that we are like adventurers on a monster slaying quest because that's all we ever do would be good for snooping.
Clearly,
Sure.
this is saying we're adventure crazy, and so we do silly stuff sometimes.
Like the guy who originally hired you for this mission is like close enough to the Beholder to get you in without a hassle if you don't make a hassle. Because he was like, hey, my boss is acting funny with all this human business going on, and I need you to look into that. I can't because, you know, I'm high enough in his hierarchy that he has like his eye on me constantly.
So we could just go with where adventurers seeking fame and fortune, and heard this is the best place to do it.
Working as a servant inside his castle, which is where you need to be.
Yeah. Let's start somewhere.
sure. We are mercenaries.
But in case you haven't noticed, we already have fine mercenaries in our employ, and Lord Dean does not take kindly to people who offer the services in such a brusque manner when he is busy. Your boat made
mean,
quite a
clearly
racket
not
when
good
it's
enough.
decided to park itself here.
You call those louds fine? I just spit over the railing. Ah, you have not seen fine. If this is the quality you have here,
Then show us fine if you claim to know better.
well, let us ashore and you'll do
I
just
mean,
that.
at this point, like some people have already gotten on the rocky beaches and are like looking at the boat.
I like to think it's everybody but Galta.
Your mother was a hamster.
Wasn't he meant to go talk to them?
Shouting at people. Right.
Well, then show us fine.
All right.
Great Sir Knight.
I am no knight.
If you
I
can
work
impress
for
the,
a living.
if you can show the Chamberlain of Dean something new, then you must certainly have something to offer. But I doubt it. I am not easily impressed. I have seen the workings of my very lord.
Mm-hmm. So,
Do you still have the like 2 goblin heads in your belt?
God, why would you still have those?
I still have a fire drake lair.
Yo, my, you killed some
that-
goblins. How exciting. No one's ever killed goblins before.
Yeah, like any level 1 adventurer can kill a goblin.
It's just, decorative skulls hanging from my belt.
I mean, the goblins that we fought with a Friday level 1 adventure.
You could probably
Yeah,
impress him
but-
if you body slammed one of the guards from top of there, you think?
Yeah, from the top rope.
That sounds like a
Terrible idea? Exactly.
Alright then.
Could
I
we
mean-
impress them with a fire drake lair?
Right. Which one of them loot? So, what do
There
the
are 4 of them.
gods look like?
2 of them look like they could probably lift up this boat and throw it back into sea if they work together. But they might just be trying to look big. And the other 2, they have like these weird scroll cases on their sides. Like they're about to minigun fire all of them.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
so same part composition as ours, but like better.
Probably more expensive equipment, yes.
Okay. Well. Ask Galter to show his stuff.
I'm just taking a step back and watching this unfold because this is going to be amazing.
Amazing.
Right. I'll take up.
I mean, the
Flying
Chamberlain
charge of-
is probably the least armored of all of them.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I should beat that guy up.
Hey,
So-
he'll immediately understand the practical example if you demonstrate it on his person. But you do you.
This is a good point.
How many injuries do you want to prevent?
Right. I just take a flying leap off the side of the boat and aim for the Chamberlain then.
Right? He has to roll me a will save because there's only disbelief at the fact you just did that. You roll a 1. He stands there as you slam into him.
Rah!
Alright. Roll me your armor, and then roll me 3d6 falling damage. The falling damage applies to you both.
There you go. Armor.
You guys watch. As your friend jumps from up above.
Whoop.
Lang.
Exactly that, yes. The guys off to the side like, begin to pull Galter off. The other 2 start slapping the Chamberlain with like curative magics as best they can. Man, he looks beat up, but he is tough enough that you pushed him into like negative hit points, so the healing keeps him from dying completely.
Wow, I can't believe that worked.
fact-
Imagine if you had just, like, absolutely killed him. Like, imagine what would happen.
Oh, you weren't far off. You weren't far off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The guards are not sure how to handle this. Usually, the Chamberlain like warps out before the fight starts or something like that. They're not used to him being the one to take the casualties around here.
Yeah, so
Well-
that's impressive, isn't it?
He did ask.
In their inability to make a decision on what to exactly do about the situation, they're just like, we'll just take you up above because this is a weird mixture of being polite yet also kind of rude.
So,
they're baffled.
They
Yeah,
are.
I think this is the time for us to seize the initiative and have Valentine say something.
are we hired?
You're
You
as
can
close to
expect
hired as
plenty
you ever
more of
could
that
be.
if you employ our services. We would like to speak to your manager.
Delicious.
How clearly Valentine has prepared a business card for us.
It's just like a piece of that goblin skull with our names written on it. Oh man.
You go up the rocky shores on slippery staircases that clearly have no consideration for for people with boots and feet who walk. Cool. for some reason it's not dragging and dropping the tokens onto the map. That's just peachy. I'll live with it. Oh, there. Hello.
Yeah, we're all over here.
I only need 2 of them.
We're all over in the fun corner.
These are the guys helping you out. 2 of them are carrying the Chamberlain, who's still, like, very woozy. Whoa, no. No, what are you doing?
Oh no, it's broken.
Yeah, for some reason I wanted to... Get out of full screen!
Broke the adventure.
Jesus, why was it being in full screen? I don't know. You approach the building, and there are some guards and some giant statues. Magnificent statues. They are not wet because they're standing under an overhang. There are big towers nearby. The whole place just feels like you're about to enter a horror novel. If you've read. If you've not read, it's like just a spooky place.
Spooky town.
Yeah, who would have thought a name like Tale of Terror?
Would have a nice house, yeah. I can't imagine.
This freaking Strat all over again?
Hopefully it goes as well as that one did.
As you
I
are.
mean, Gorda is on the right way to do that.
The guards are very confused at the fact that you're here. I forgot, the captain's actually also with you, because they're going to lodge a formal complaint about the situation. Where can I find their token for this? I probably can just look it up. You are shown inside. This marvelous building. First thing being the trophy hall. The guards give you... They seem to have the same paranoia you would expect from a beholder creature. They're like... The squintiest of eyes. You see arrowheads glinting from the murder holes off to the sides. One wrong move and it all be over. But that's just life in general in a beholder lair. You're allowed to move as you see fit on this map. Perhaps you should move out of the rain.
An idea.
Boink. I need just one more token and then we can get this all set up.
Oh man, trophies.
Trophies indeed. They are a variety of great weapons and tools. Items that are probably worth a fortune on their own, and more not on their own.
Most improved. Grade 2 soccer championship. Wow.
Soccer championship.
Oh, did Sukora come with us too?
Yes. The captain is lodging a formal complaint.
Ah, okay.
Why did your storms have to break my ship?
No. More specifically, why they allow such things to live so close to their island.
The Fey Lady.
Yeah, well, that's not an explanation to me. As you walk inside and the rain becomes a clatter in the distance, you can admire the many trophies here. There are fancy orbs, supposedly of dragon kind. Blades with shimmering energy of which you've never seen before. Even halberds and spears, and armor sets.
I get the distinct feeling theft is out of the question.
Each of them is
let's
covered by
not-
glass, and any attempt to lean up to the glass and like put your face on it reveals that the glass itself is covered in like a force barrier.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, haven't known much.
These guys will remain behind, whereas the others go in deeper inside. And they ask politely that you wait while they receive the appropriate people to handle the situation. And probably get the
Okay.
Chamberlain in bed. He'll need to sleep on it. So what do you do while you wait for a moment?
Like, wait, I guess.
Oh wait,
We're
no.
probably not allowed to like wander around inside this place.
I mean, you are allowed to wander into
Have a
the
look.
armor galleries.
I feed my dog on the nice red carpet.
Heck,
There's no answer from them. If any punishment is coming, it's not coming from them.
Oh man, armor gallery.
There's much armor here. There's even like robes and stuff. There's one that's like the cheesiest wizard armor you've ever seen in your life. It's like a big robe with like stars and moons and weird and constellations that never existed. And that
Hell
big droopy
yeah.
hat. Then you hear the loud
Yes.
The door swings open with a reckless bravado. The two sorcerers off to the
Damn.
It is
Dim.
Dean.
Nimbus.
And
Apparently
his
Dean has
theme song.
style. Why does the music keep changing at the best of times?
The perfect theme song for a big beholder.
This is his theme. He's a magical girl beholder.
Before you floats a mass with one major eye and several smaller eyes sitting on stalks that look around with great curiosity, despite the fact they've probably seen this place many a times. Two assistants flank him, both human, although they could be anything in a place like this. You also see this guy, the letter C, is the person that you were originally talking to back at the Rackling's place.
Oh man.
This large, mountain creature. He's not as sharp as in the picture. He's a bit more like a big, chubby orb. You would probably want to hug him if he didn't look so frustrated the whole time.
Oh my god, Belmore, that token.
I am so tempted.
He's the tree beholder.
I mean, considering the amount of trophies he has, he's probably a freaking nerd.
They're just all the trophy cases are filled with anime figurines.
Sure, fine. I'll roll with it. I will take this punch and I will roll with it, and you'll all hate yourselves for it. Okay, just give me a moment while I get the token set up.
Oh god.
Hey, so Dim isn't it a tree beholder then?
Yeah, I'm me. Woo!
I blame Maya for setting up this
Blame Belmore.
music.
You can always blame Belmore. It's the cheapest
It's
tactic.
Belmore and Mayo's fault.
Thanks, Maya.
Jesus
Umbrella
Christ,
included.
what have we done?
I actually have something.
Yeah, that's
Don't
more
tell me you have a
terrifying
worse
than
one.
the previous one.
Well, look who we have here. It's a bunch of people that I didn't invite. There's a lot of explaining to do. So, how about you start?
Man, it's a Thunderer.
No! Not the pun!
So I mean,
Mortification
Wrote herself into reality.
That turns Xiao into a cute cousin.
Desu.
yes.
That's I mean, that's just confusing.
It is so right.
One that's just a beam of sacro petals. This is the best time.
Fantastic.
Well,
Yes,
I
well-
asked a question. Answer.
Yes.
I kind of shoot the guy we met before, like a bit of a look, like, are we allowed to tell them, or like, are we
He
supposed
starts
to
making
make
gestures
something
like
up?
he's sweeping the floor. And he points
Oh.
at you.
We were hired on as cleaners, as janitors for this place. I mean, look, there's wet dog water everywhere. This place is absolute mess.
Grubbelix, does your dog in fact like do that thing where they shake their head
Yes,
and it
of
just
course.
gets all over the place?
The whole carpet is wet now.
I told you, this place is too wet. They should turn the storm down, but too late now. Let's focus, reorganize, reparadigm, shift. Get these people on board. Quick, quick, quick. And find out what those people are doing at the beach. They're being suspicious. I tell you, a boat like that, they could take everything I own. You see her big eye like going back and forth, like, huh, 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 huh. They might take my fun things.
It's a freaking idol and
Find my
Chico's the
books!
manager.
You can't find my books. Never! Anyway. Go clean! I have places to
You
be.
got a bus. A big old salute.
The eyeball floats straight up in the main hallway, like off to the second floor, and the assistants just rush up the stairs to catch up. This place is, well, it's about what you expected. There's floors and walls and servants, and the two people that were like with you head off to their own place. Probably a barrack somewhere.
Somewhere off camera and not important.
The person you were originally talking to rubs his hands and says, "Wow, I was expecting you a little bit later, but here you are. Marvelous, marvelous work. You look a bit haggard there. Safe journeys out?"
Well,
The captain.
several people drowned.
I lost a ship and crew because you don't keep your water safe. I was told the only thing I had to worry about was that stupid storm gem of yours. Well, you know, just how the water works. We'll work out the details. How about I talk to my important individuals here? Just have a seat over there. I'll take care of these individuals, and then we can focus on the just move along, move along. Shh. There's this moment of like, fine. And Sakura heads off to a room that he points her to. All right then. Nice to see that you've come. As you may have noticed, I work for quite the individual. That's not the problem. What they do is the problem. You see all these trophies?
Yes.
Well, how do you think they got them?
Crime,
free?
probably.
No, of course not. Buying, selling, collecting.
Amazon.
Transactions.
Amazon.
Amazon, sure. Why not? There's Amazon somewhere. And they have drones that are just imps.
Fantasy Amazon.
I mean, to be fair, imps are easy to summon, so if you can control them, yes, you could make fantasy Amazon Prime.
Demons are basically drones.
Not demons, devils. Devils you can control. Demons will just eat your package.
Yeah, they're not very good drones.
I
but-
ordered arsenic and I just got this corpse. Aren't demons
Maybe
immune
it
to
has
poison?
arsenic.
Well, this one wasn't. And that's the complaint. Now then, I just need you to figure out things, you know, find out why they're dealing with... I mean, just... They were nice and polite about everything so far, but now they're just acting up all strange. I just don't understand. Does that look like the kind of person who starts dealing with a tyrannical king of some sorts and starts making weird dealings and handing out very expensive and rare items? And books, no less.
Honestly, no, doesn't seem like the kind to hand out anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Except if they get something better for it.
Indeed, exactly. And that's the behavior I'm used to.
So maybe the Mad King has something that she wants.
I wouldn't know.
collecting all money.
I usually oversee transactions and I didn't see anything happen. Now, I think you could probably get everywhere you wanted to, but do be careful. Deem is the kind of person to quickly start accusing individuals of doing things they shouldn't be doing, so consider this your one and only warning that I can't fish you out of a pickle if you get yourselves into one.
Great.
Now,
I like pickles.
I'm not going to leave you completely without any way to find what you're looking for. Because, of course, he gives like a little wink. I've been doing some spying wink wink of my own wink 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 wink.
Oh god.
I've been able to figure out a couple of clues you could follow.
Oh boy.
First, let me take a drink of water because my throat's dry.
In the meantime, I'm using prestidigitation to clean.
To what?
Carl's actually cleaning.
Carl's earning the rep. He knows the following things. He knows that somewhere in this building is some sort of direct teleport circle. He knows that Dean cannot teleport automatically, so whatever they're using to go over to Last Wall in minutes is somewhere in this place. And somewhere he can't get access to. My eye. Next up,
You're
you could probably find some of Deem's personal diaries, which apparently are pretty much indecipherable, in the restrictions section of the library. Maybe you could find some information there.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, he's a book guy.
Finally, it would help if you could figure out what exactly has been going back and forth, like if anything at all. Because it's, kind of weird for a beholder to just give out freebies to someone this far away. Last of all, he's like, Dean doesn't care about politics. He doesn't care about politics at all. Now he's suddenly like, ooh. And I keep hearing Kawaii Desu about this stuff, and I don't understand any of that. The point is, whatever is going on, I don't like it, and it's interfering with my cozy life. Now, I heard that you're master problem solvers, so I assume you can solve the problems around here. Just one quick warning, though. Try not to get involved in local politics. Everyone here is, self-interested, shall I say.
Crazy. Got it.
Yeah, don't be surprised if someone starts asking weird things of you.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Find books. Find circle. Find whatever's being shit.
And try to avoid getting caught up in anyone else's little schemes and plans.
Yeah.
Not
We
quite-
assume that this place probably isn't booby trap. Just I don't want to accidentally step on like a rune or something and explode.
Oh, that's highly unlikely. That would damage the goods.
Yeah. No,
Time to
doesn't
snoop
hurt.
around.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Additionally, the island is already so well protected that the average person that shows up here unannounced tends to be dead on arrival.
Yes.
Do we get quarters?
Yes. They're upstairs.
Oh man.
Indeed.
Well, let's
Very mad.
Scooby Dooby do this.
Oh, there's
So, are
one
we
more
gonna
detail
split
now
up?
that I finally think about it. Team has been going places. They've been leaving this place without their usual entourage of assistants and guards, and that, if anything, strikes me as suspicious because, not even normal beholders do that. Not outside of their place of residence, at least.
So maybe following them would be a good idea.
Yes, but I can't follow them. I don't want to risk my cozy life, unlike you, who don't have a cozy life.
Yeah. Our lives are forfeit. Yeah, we're adventurers, we know.
Enough.
That said, do feel free to kill anyone that gets in the way. It doesn't really matter. People around here die surprisingly often.
Wow, that's unusual.
It's reassuring.
I mean, have you seen the place? There's lightning
good
storms
point.
outside almost all day. Do you hear that? Time is running out, kids. Don't know where you're slacking.
Shit.
Okay.
Now, if you need anything, you can find me in my quarters.
Okie dokie.
He has that very much. My work here is done. I've done the best I could. As he takes confident steps out of here.
Teleports away.
Well, not teleport. He just walks up the stairs to his room, presumably, to find the beholder.
Nothing personal.
Nothing
Okay.
personal, kid. You still hear Deem like off in the distance, chittering and chattering.
I'm going to try to figure out where the library is.
You can prod any nearby servant to be like, "Where's X?" And they're like, it's over there." The library is to the south, on the first floor. If you go through the south armor hall, you'll reach it almost immediately.
Oh,
Yeah, scouting ahead. Are these stairs leading up in the middle?
Yes, they're all leading up. This is a grand hall you're standing in. There's a fancy chandelier up there.
Ah.
It's still jiggling
Yes.
as if someone bumped into it recently.
So. Okay.
Actually, roll me knowledge, Marshall.
Yep. 21.
That is definite. Yeah, that is a chandelier you know of. So, there's a legend of a great feast that was once held a long time ago. And in it, some of the greatest fighters supposedly were slain by chandelier, which in turn became cursed or something.
Okay.
They say that with a special command word, you can summon their vengeful spirits from it, which will strike at anyone who fights dishonorably.
Oh.
so let's not say the command word because Galtra fights dishonorably.
Galter probably has a clue on what the command word might be. Rattling in his brain
X.
somewhere, but
Yeah, but like still.
with all that metal, it's just rattle, rattle.
It could be any number of things rattling.
I mean, I bet if I was told this, I would probably be able to use spellcraft to figure it out, but
Galter is probably very impressed by the fine decoration of this place. Or maybe not. I mean, maybe he's just like, I have ideas for what I want to get in my future castle.
Well, I do have spellcraft trained.
Really? Oh, yeah, the cheater.
What?
Yeah, he does have a little familiar friend.
Well,
Well then.
yeah. Okay.
I say we end it here for now because I have not prepared the second floor yet, like a dingus. Because getting this stuff set up actually takes quite a bit of effort.
Yeah, I think so too.
yeah, okay.
So yes, next time, you guys have things to investigate. And great caution to exercise. As this place is remarkably full of people, all of whom look as if they all have their own assassination plan on literally everyone else they're looking at.
Yeah, sounds like they are professionals with
The irony,
standards.
the irony is that you get the feeling that the beholder is the least dangerous thing in this whole environment. And maybe the Chamberlain you just talked to, mostly because he seems like he's just a lazy bastard.
Yeah, definitely seems so.
The nomenclature of this place is pretty great, I suppose.
Oh, I don't know if did you ask me to roll spellcraft or not?
If you want to,
I
he
did,
did.
and I got
No one's stopping you.
fine. You know the command word to activate it, but after that, who knows?
Yep.
Command
well,
word is
To be
X.
continued next time.
That,
I mean,
that's,
you don't need to actually say the command word, just
yeah.
you know
well,
what it would be.
I mean, it'd be a
That's-
great distraction if you ever need one.
yeah, exactly. So when we are running out of here, that's a thing to use.
Sure. Most undoubtedly. Well, say goodbye to stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
After this, I'll put some numbers in the numulator. Bye, stream.
Whoa, numbers.